such sights to show you.
Okay, I'm gonna need to call in the big guns if I'm gonna get through this one. To liven things up on an episode regarding the dead, how about a drinking contest? I understand that horror serves as a mirror for mankind, but its messaging should be subtle and not so heavy-handed. So, with that in mind, let's take a shot every time this documentary gets needlessly blatant with its preachy politics. We'll call this game Blue Label.
When we thought of Shaun of the Dead, one of the inspirations for it is because there hadn't been a zombie film for like 15 years. We always had this theory that like John Landis's video for Thriller had sort of killed off zombies for the second half of the 80s and early 90s.
Yet uses social commentary brilliantly.
A social justice scenario.
One of the police officers is unbelievably racist.
I was watching a political story about the race and class system in America.
People talked about sort of the next quantum leap in zombie movies as 28 Days Later, because it had running zombies.
I'm a slow zombie guy.
Yeah, but didn't your movie, World War Z, turn zombies into steroidal cheetahs?
The biggest threats they face aren't zombies, but other people.
Obviously, the irony is, who are the Walking Dead? Is it the actual zombies or is it the people?
Right.
I didn't read it as a zombie thing. I read it as this guy lost his family and he woke up and he didn't know where he was and he was going to do anything to go find his family. And that stuck out on the page way more than a zombie here and there, you know?
There is so much mixed messaging and an overall lack of confidence with this genre. You want to celebrate the zombie, yet when it's convenient for you or you want to sound refined, you'll resort to, nah, the zombies don't really matter. It's about the plight of the human soul. Whatever.
Plays like a family show.
It's all about the characters.
I think the great thing about zombies is they are like a catch-all metaphor of the world's ills.
Spared no expense.
And I would rather have a more inclusive range of zombies.
What? What was that? Inclusivity? I'll allow it. Was this documentary scripted for people just to say whatever Eli wanted them to, or providing their own input? How many times are they going to use the same word?
With Reanimator, director Stuart Gordon reimagined the zombie film as a wildly transgressive horror comedy.
It's a sick picture. Really transgressive.
I mean, there were things that were so transgressive in that movie.
The Walking Dead, for sure, is the next cultural milestone, really, since Dawn of the Dead and Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, really? What happened to Shaun of the Dead and 28 Days Later? Gee, I guess you can't really keep up with your own fluff pieces. Sounds an awful lot like you're losing the narrative of the rhetoric you're trying to shove down people's throats. This is your documentary series, Eli, right?
The plight of the survivors is a dark reflection of life in America today. The mortgage crisis of 2008 resulted in more than 3 million people losing their homes. There's a sense that civilization is fragile, that any day now, we could be like Rick, Daryl, and Carol.
No one would make that connection.
Anyway.
It's really cute how you try to connect social anxieties to an unrelated TV program. That doesn't smack of grasping at relevance. This episode inadvertently incorporated one of the most fourth-wall-breaking observations and didn't even realize how self-referential it was.
Doesn't it feel like zombies are cresting now, too? Yeah, right now it does seem like we're in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. Yeah, the dumbing down of society. We're all zombies.
Oops. Was it worth it? Run. Run and tell those you will what you will. Tell them there is something loose, but tell them quickly, while you still have a soul.